Chuwan trying to correct his mistakes because meeting Kyungsoo was a good influence on him, and I'm hoping that he would be changing into a better person. This chapter gives me hope, which is good for my soul. Before we get started, I just want to remind our viewers that if you like seeing more yaoi content and would like to support this channel, please don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Feel free to message me in my Twitter or Instagram at ZEALED FUJOSHI, which I'll be using to interact with viewers about more yaoi content. If that's something that interests you, feel free to follow me at ZEALED FUJOSHI. Finally, this video will contain explicit content and manhwa spoilers. With that in mind, please proceed with caution. You have been warned. Now, without further ado, let's jump into chapter 89 of Love is an Illusion. I'm so proud of Chuwan in this chapter. Even I would be scared if I did something like what he did to someone, and my gosh, I would not be able to do it. I understand why he is trembling in fear or whatever he's feeling, but he is trembling in this chapter. His apology felt sincere to me, and I'm really glad he apologized. A lot of people who made mistakes in their lives, they won't even own up to it. So I'm very glad that he sincerely apologized to Heesoo about what he did. But I also would like to commend Heesoo's response. All this time, the manhwa kept emphasizing that Chuwan's actions are not what a normal person would do. And Heesoo just thought of him how a normal guilt would feel. He neither forgave, but he also did not hold a grudge. It's the best way of saying, learn from your mistake. I love how he handled this situation. He was a total badass. Heesoo was so cool in this chapter. Oh my god. And I love how all the characters are developing right now. Thumbs up. I also double checked. Something was bothering me in this chapter. In the end panel, like we didn't see Chuwan's face, but the first time I read it, I kind of felt like he was laughing. But when I reread it, I kind of feel like he's crying, and it would be interesting if he was laughing, though I'm rooting for him to be genuinely sorry for his action, but it would be interesting if he was laughing at the end panel. But let me know what you guys think about that end panel. But I really can't tell if Chuwan was faking it or not. I really hope that he isn't, because I really feel like it was a genuine apology. I was really on board with the whole apology, but that last panel, it's really bothering me. It's so off to me, because one part of me thought that he was really laughing, but I want him to be better, definitely, but I really don't know about that last panel. We'll see in the next chapter, I guess. But altogether, I really wish for Chuwan's happiness till the end. If Kyungsoo can stay by his side, it will be a good thing for Chuwan to finally find someone who loves him and can support him to this change. But it's also good if he happened to change because of what happened for the better of himself, not doing it for others. Like, they will bid a goodbye to each other and make their lives better. And if they aren't meant for each other, they'll meet again maybe. But I just really want happiness for Chuwan. So much proud feeling for Chuwan in this chapter. I do feel like Kyungsoo will help him, or maybe keep track of him and stand by his side, because Kyungsoo knows that Chuwan needs him. And I don't know, like, what do you think will happen in this side couple? How do you think Kyungsoo's feeling will transition from uncertainty to certainty if he decides to come back to Chuwan? Will it be a sweet ending for them or a bitter one? I want to hear your theories, because I have two theories on how Fargo can take this series. One can be a happy ending and one can be a sad story. One happy theory is that there's gonna be a time skip, hopefully where Chuwan would get help and better himself for himself, not for someone else. And Chuwan would actually go to rehab, take his medicine, and actually attend his therapies. And then after a couple of years, he and Kyungsoo will meet again somehow, somewhere, and maybe reconcile. And that would be my happy ending for them. I would be very happy with that ending, to be honest. Now let's go to the sad theory, is instead of them reconciling, they move on. They'll have different partners, and again, a time skip where they would randomly meet again in the future. But when they meet again, it's more of Chuwan apologizing to Kyungsoo and them getting closure so that they can just both move on from each other. I feel, though, that Kyungsoo and Chuwan will have a happy ending together. Maybe there will be a little bit of a time interval for them to heal and find themselves in the process. If not, then I don't see the motive as to why they were even paired in the first place if this development will not be answered. Was Kyungsoo just a vessel for Chuwan to realize his mistake and grow from them? It end up being a pretty shallow plot. I'd rather have a story not to be degraded in such a way. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting, but it does mean sacrificing hate in order to be happy. Chuwan accepted his faults already. Not all that needs to happen is for Kyungsoo to accept that Chuwan has his faults. It's kind of hard for me to believe him to refuse a visit to Chuwan in the hospital, though, given that we all know that Kyungsoo has a soft spot always for Chuwan. So I kind of also find it hard to believe that he's gonna say no. He's not gonna say Chuwan. Maybe he will visit secretly, and maybe he will just stay from afar, just so that he can see Chuwan but not really see Chuwan. We'll see in the next chapter. My god, Kyungsoo is so heartbroken that he can't think straight. He's judging people for mistakes they made in the past without giving them a chance to redeem themselves. That was a little bit shallow for me. Totally agreeing that that's not helpful behavior. I mean, the fault doesn't just fall on Chuwan, but I understand why he did that. He didn't know exactly what happened to Chuwan, so I really think a good talk will fix everything that's bothering both Chuwan and Kyungsoo. I hate Chuwan a little bit, but Chuwan is a really strong person, so I also love him. Let's just accept that he admitted and he apologized. So maybe it is time to chill down on the Chuwan hate and forgive him. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to follow my social media to be teased about some of the boys' love that I'm interested in. Feel free to leave a message and converse with me. I'd love to hear back from you. Also, don't forget to support the author. All the Manwha details can be found in the description below. Again, thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time.